And people may say fear is a small thing, but fear is the reason why a lot of us are not CEOs right now. Fear is the reason why not everyone is running a company. Fear is the reason why people are stuck on their day job 9 to 5. They hate their job, but they don't want to quit. Why? Because they're fearing the next step. Fear is the reason why people run away from good relationships. I've seen people meet a really good partner and run away from that very partner to go and land on someone that's broken. Why? Because they have a fear that if they connect themselves with someone that's good, they don't deserve it. There's a fear there, there's insecurities covering them. They'd rather be in dysfunction and feel like it's normal and it's alright than to be in a relationship that is profound and successful and growing. People fear job opportunities because it requires them to prove themselves. People fear the general society, what they're going to say. So now we dress, we talk, we walk according to the external world.
But wouldn't you say that behind that fear of failing, there's that fear of that you're lacking something? I think it stems down to people being scared that I lack this qualification for this job. So would that connect?
Yeah, it does. It does. Matter of fact, the lack is what brings forth that fear. It is that lack that comes in the form of a thought. And that thought is built through imagination. That thought comes from external. Matter of fact, let's say I'm going to a job interview. Now I'm sitting there, about to go to an interview. Now my mind starts running scripts. And I remember James Jackson said, I went through the interview last year. This company was really harsh. The managers treat you really bad. They don't want to give everybody a job. Everybody that's been in an interview, only one person got a job. 90 people went to an interview, only one person got the job. Now, these thoughts didn't come from you. It's somebody else's experience. Now, you've ate those fruits. Now, when you're sitting down ready for the job interview, it's running through your script now. It's running through your mind. 90 people applied, only one person got it. What's the chance of me getting it? And then you say, okay, maybe let me find out about this one person that got it. You check him out. Okay, this person's got 6 degrees. I don't even have a degree. Now you start comparing now. Comparison. And so all this stuff, the managers, the people watching your application, the people hiring, themselves, they haven't said a word, and you've already concluded the end results. So now, we do this on a daily basis. So, opportunities that God has opened time and over again has been broken down by the things we fear. And no one that knows God should be broke. No one. No one. Fear is not your enemy. It is your best friend. And someone say, wait, aren't we trying to get away from fear? No. It is your best friend in a sense is, if you listen to fear, it would tell you where you can improve. It would tell you where there's a lack. Let's stop treating fear as something that is just killing us, because fear is not what's killing us. We are killing ourselves. Fear is telling us that we are killing ourselves. So if we change our mentality to see that as an alarm system, because all things that God created is good. God did not design anything in a human body that will bring you to a distraction. All things, it is designed to be able to communicate with the master system. And the master system is you. It is your subconscious mind. And the system has to respond according to the information that comes in from the senses. And fear is also one of the senses that is telling you that you don't believe that you have the power within And that's always my definition of insecurities. Insecurities means that you believe that you don't have the power within to impact and to affect your external world. That is what you believe. And so, what causes this fear is an external force. Is these thoughts which are external. It's not from us. And matter of fact, we collect these thoughts all days, every day. You walk out, someone say, the police have been giving people fines these days. Now, that's a seed planted in your mind. When you see a cop car, I might get a fine. That's the first thought that comes in. You didn't plant it. Somebody else has planted it. You're scrolling through Facebook. It says, all right, if you don't wear this type of makeup, all right, you don't fit in this category. Now, females now feel insecure about how they look. If your man is not this certain height or this certain height, it's not an attractive relationship. Then insecurity starts building up. And so all this stuff is not what you want, but it's what is being placed out as a mirror, as a screen for you to look at. And as you look at it, you believe in it. As you believe in it, you manifest. As you manifest, you look at it again, it dwells in. And so you become stuck in a cycle. That's why it's a vicious cycle. Because your external world is only a mirror. It only tells you what you believe. That's all it does. It's been given one job and one job only. It is to tell you your belief system. It mirrors it. And so your belief system is broken. When you look out, you see brokenness. And so now you get thoughts of negativity. And these negative thoughts, when they're suppressed, they turn into anxiety. Anxiety suppressed, anxiety expressed is depression. That's what it is. But these thoughts were caused by what? The original root and cause of everything is ignorance. You didn't know who you were. You didn't know the original state. If you knew that regardless of what anybody says, you will always be loved, you'll be walking differently. If you knew that you have been placed in this earth with a purpose, equipped with a gift, that whatever you put your mind to, your gift is there to make you great, you walk differently. But when you are trying to, instead of the system catering for you, you are trying to cater yourself for the system, you'll be chasing tail your whole life. Trying to survive. Talking about, I asked somebody, say, how you doing, man? I said, man, they responded to me, Joe, man, I'm just surviving. I looked and I laughed. Why are you surviving? You've got all the resources in you. Everything you need for your life is already in you. And the core foundation of everything is identity. And that identity is love. That is your identity. You are a being created for love, to be love. That is who you are. Now this perfect state will always cast out fear. Always. Because fear is a result of an external source. And so as we discuss that, we've been going through a series of questions and scenarios. And before we get into that, into our usual games that we play, we've been recently playing every Monday, I want to ask if anyone has anything to add about fear and love. Has anyone has anything to add?
I like how you shared, with the identity. Actually, I remembered Sister Kutsai preached at Sabbath one Sunday.
Yeah.
Also, on Sabbath. And she preached about, the struggles with, anxiety, depression. And it's always encouraging to know that your identity in Christ, our Lord Savior Jesus Christ, that's our true identity. to, you know, as encouragement for a lot of the young youth, you know, going through anxiety and mental health.
It is.
So I think, so thank you, Brother Messi, for sharing
Yeah.
reminding me of that, you know, that's that key
Yeah.
encouragement that we have our identity in now Christ the Lord. So amen to that.
Nah, definitely. And I want to say one thing about what you said. That's very powerful in terms of identity. Is whether you believe in your identity or not makes no difference. Now, your identity comes with a package of inheritance. If you don't believe it, it's your fault. Because the universe recognizes you as the master of this very earth. He knows you are the master. But if the master does not know that he is his own master and he governs all things that is placed in front of him, then that's a loss from the master. But all things was given to you. And when it was given to you, he said, all things are yours. He said, let them have dominion.
Yeah. Yeah, what you were saying with that they can't run away from their identity. And yeah, as much as you try to, it doesn't change the fact about what's true about you and about what God created you to be in the first place and what he intended for all man. Yeah. And it just ties in with, you know, those verses that, you know, it's quite plain. It says God is love, and then it also says that God created man in his own image, which is love. And it's very easy to understand that.
Yeah. And that's how it should be. It should be simple and easy. Sometimes we like to complicate the Bible too much, and people think it has to be a math equation and so forth. But life was never supposed to be toiling. It's never supposed to be trial and error. It's supposed to be easy. It's supposed to be flowing with milk and honey. Flowing. Not forcing, flowing. Anyone else has anything to add before we go into the next section?
I heard the part where you're talking about running away from your identity, which is love, because I used to do that. I used to run from love because I was scared of being hurt. And that was because the reason why I had fear of love, because I didn't have love within me. Because you can't be scared of something that's within you. I don't think I can be scared of something that's within me. So I used to run away from people who cared about me and were trying to help me the past year or two. And then it wasn't until I experienced unconditional love that's when I could actually accept love. I don't know, that was just my experience with love. And now I can give love, whether it's through like talking to people or volunteering or the work I do. It's still, and like love is not just like hugging and kissing. That's not like what love is. But you do, I believe that you should show love in everything you do. Yeah.
Like I remember Joe mentioned one time, God is not looking for, you know, ability, he's looking for availability.
That's the one.
But I remember you mentioned that when he was sermon, so that's words of wisdom right there. So mercy, so and you know, mighty, but so thank you, sis, for reminding me that too. It's not all about, you know, just, you know, all that. It's just hugs and all that. It's also like showing that, you know, like what Joe mentioned, God is not looking for ability, he's looking for availability.
Availability, that's all. You enjoyed our content? Thank you. If you want more, follow us on Spotify, YouTube, Instagram, and our website for more. If you love what we do, support us on Patreon, Subscribestar, Crypto, and all links in the description below. Hey, RCTV, peace out.